In this video, we installed the M3 style blacked out grills on my F30 335i. If you're a keen eye viewer of Project B, this car is probably slightly familiar to you guys. This is the F30 335i that Morgan and myself were looking at when we were at the auctions in our BMW Bonanza. We'll link the video up the top there. Unfortunately, it was a little bit out of our price range for the Lemon to Lambo series, a bit out of the budget. But I thought, hey, what the heck, I'll go pick it up with my own personal funds. Because one of the biggest realizations Morgan and I have had starting the channel and the challenge of going from Lemon to Lambo and buying these sorts of cars that ourselves necessarily wouldn't buy because we'd either heard bad things about them or just weren't really that interested in, it's really opened our eyes into the fact that there are actually there's a lot of good cars out there that unfortunately get a bad rap. For me, BMWs have been one of them. I've just heard they're horribly unreliable. They're a bit lackluster in performance unless you make them crazy, straight piped and fully hectic stage 43. So I've kind of been turned away from them for most of my life. With the rare exception, I do like E46s, which Morgan bought one and I think hates. But yeah, so I thought, hey, what the heck, I will buy it, I will try it out, put my money where my mouth is and see whether or not my preconceived ideas of BMWs were correct. I've currently owned this one for about 2 or 3 weeks now, just as a bit of a daily driver for me and my partner to drive around. And I can safely say that it is definitely exceeding my expectations. It is as nice, maybe nicer than what the A45 was. Not as much power, it's pretty close actually, but I'm enjoying it. But today we are moving to this set of grills. So they come unfortunately with this hideous chrome grill from the factory, and this is a 335i. This has a bit of power under the hood, and I want people to know when I'm tailgating them on the highway that I want them to get out of the way. So today we are swapping these grills over to these lovely M3 style blacked out grills. So first up, we need to get rid of this weather strip rubber molding thing there. And this then reveals all of the Torx bits that hold the front bit of the bumper. So we'll take that off just so we can access underneath to get access to these kidney panels there. So now that we've removed all the hardware that's holding the top, all there is remaining is just these little metal clips that are situated on the front of the bar, and all you have to do is just gently pull back and it gets released from those clips. So you can see at this shot here, you've got a better idea of what we were doing. So basically pulling back this bumper, you can slip your hand behind and you just help the clips out behind. Start on one side, slowly work your way around, and it'll get easier and easier once you start getting a few clips. So out with the old, and we'll put the new grill in just so you can see a before and an after. Alright, so now that the grills are on, they are looking amazing. All you got to do when you're reattaching the front bumper, make sure that the bumper is sat on top, or underneath these metal clips. It just helps hold the bumper in place, and it's as simple as just pushing it back into position. You also, when you're attaching your hardware, try and use the same, how would you say, I guess, there's a white part where the hardware has left its mark. Try and use that, as this will make sure that your bumper lines up as it was beforehand.
So it actually was quite simple.
Very easy, very quick.
Very, yeah, just
Yeah.
practically click in, click out.
A lot of dust.
Yeah.
Morgan, not so much, but
Yeah, because I'm the Mr. Film Man. But yeah, pretty much what, a couple bolts, some clips.
that's it.
Yeah.
Pull it out, pop the pins or the tabs out, and how about it? How much easier was it than the Mercedes?
Oh boy, heaps easier.
Honestly, the Mercedes was 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
A whole bumper, fender liners,
I think
underbody.
you deconstructed the whole front bumper.
Pretty
all
much.
in different parts and bits.
The only thing we didn't take off were the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far more easier than the A45 was. I do think though that the upgrade of the A45 does transform the look of the car. It does make it look a lot more aggressive. This one's a lot more subtle, but I still think it is worth it. It's not that expensive. I think it was like $100, something like that. For all the people asking, the vents that I got was from, I believe it's Mars Performance, based in Melbourne. They're the same company that I bought my A45 grill off. They also make the M3 style grill, and their products are amazing. We're not sponsored. I paid full price for all these. They probably don't know who I am. But they're really good, really quick delivery as well, especially in these COVID times. It was here in I think like 3 days, 4 days, which is quite good. I'm still waiting on so many other parts, like one from Italy that's taken 3 months now. But anyway, so the car looks awesome. Should you do this to your F30? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how, I mean, you've just watched a video on how to do it, but it's very simple. There are a lot of guides out there. And if you're just diving into your first kind of mods, this is perfect for you. So if this video was helpful in any way, make sure you let us know. Comment below if you're going to be doing this upgrade on your F30 as well. This also works for, I believe, the 4 Series and so on. It's a similar thing. You just got to buy a different grill, I believe. So yeah, most importantly, hit subscribe if this was helpful and consider liking the video. And we'll see you in the next Project B video.
Gotta get supercharged.